and welcome at the Wizardry Vlog. Today's adventure brings us to facts. I'm here for the actors today, so I'm going to try for Eliza, Billy Boyd, Colin, and maybe Cobra Kai. You're going to join me on this adventure? Unfinished mural for this event. Maybe we'll see the end result, but I'm not sure. So here we have the photo booth, so you can get photo booth tickets over here. There we got the actors at the end, and here we have the artists, and over there we got the writers. So the light is making it very difficult for me to film this. So we got Alfred Enoch, Jenny DiVincenzo, Solo Mariana or something, Billy Boyd, Eliza Taylor, and Colin O'Donoghue. Colin we've already seen on Dutch Comic Con. Eliza, we saw Bob last time, but Eliza wasn't there because she was pregnant, and we have little Henry right now. And I'm not sure if we're able to film all the Q&As, so if Billy Boyd will not be in this video, we'll hopefully have Billy Boyd in the German Comic Con video. Just a heads up. Looks amazing, look at all the details. I think this is the creature, I don't remember its name, but I think Luke cut open its belly for the coming storm, like the blizzard. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Looks amazing though. So there should also be a Jurassic Park display. I'm going to try to find it. Here we have the stage for the Q&A sessions. It looks awesome. Great job, friends. Okay, so first Q&A is going to be Eliza.
We've arrived at the coordinates. My senses pick up a lot of life forms.
They better not be alien life forms. You with me? Facts?
I'm always with you. Let's go.
Visitors of fact, please welcome to the stage, Eliza Taylor.
Hi guys! Thank you for having me.
Over Club, which has been a long time.
That was a long time ago now.
Yeah. And my question for you is, how did you feel when you first read the script of The 100?
When I first read the script?
Yeah, and the story
of The 100?
Yes.
I loved it. I've told this story a million times, but I was basically packing up my bags and leaving LA because I was like, well, this was a bust. I have to go back to bartending. And I got the call as I was packing my suitcase, and my manager was like, you have to read this script. They're really interested in you. And I read it. And I was like, this character is so cool. You know, she had kind of like a Katniss vibe. I could see it. The way it was written was just, you know, it jumped off the page. It was one of those scripts that I couldn't put down. I just kept turning the page, and yeah, so I thought it was really special, and I was lucky enough to go in for a meeting the next day and get the role.
Hello. I don't know if it's possible, but can I have a hug from you? Or is it not allowed?
What's that?
A hug.
Sure.
Yeah?
How do I get down there though?
She gets up.
Get in here.
This is going to be the same question from everybody now.
worst experience that you had to do in the 100? Like something that you really didn't want to do, but you had to do?
There was one scene, I mean, I was pretty game to, you know, push the boundaries and everything, but there was one scene where Bob and I were in the Rover, and that was the most unreliable vehicle in the world, like not drivable, not up to regulation. And we had to drive to the end of a cliff and stop really fast and stop right before we got to the edge. And I was terrified. I was like, get me out of this car, because the brakes used to fail on that car a lot. And so that was a really scary night for me.
I could get that. Like, I would have the same.
Hello. I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. I'm sorry. This is so amazing. I love you, Clarke. So my question is, oh my god, I literally forgot my question. Okay. What do you think Clarke would have said to Lexa when Lexa disappeared the last episode?
Well, this is the thing. It wasn't really Lexa, was it? But I mean, I think if it was really Lexa, she first of all would have been like, "Don't leave me," and I love you, and I'll always love you. I don't know what else there would be. I mean, yeah, I spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but one thing I really hoped for Clarke would be that she would be able to move on and let go of that pain, and to, you know, and because I felt like after Lex's death, she was just in grief for the rest of the show, and yeah, I wanted her to be able to move on and be happy. So maybe she would say something along the lines of, "I love you, and I'm ready now to love again and say goodbye."
Yeah, one more question. I am so sorry for asking this.
No, you're adorable. I love it.
Can I also get a hug?
Get on up here. You want a hug?
Was it hard to shoot your husband on screen?
Yes, it was. Although I think for what it was, we did laugh a lot that day, because it just felt so silly that that Clarke was doing that. But yeah, I mean, no one wants to. Maybe some people do want to shoot their husbands, but I don't personally. That's my preference. I like my husband alive, but. Yeah, it was actually a pretty funny day. We just kept singing that song, "Shot through the heart, you're to blame, you give love a bad name." That's what we sang to each other the whole time.
Thank you.
All right, now, you said something which made us a little sad earlier. You said you would spend your birthday on a plane. We don't like that, so we got a little surprise for you.
What?
So, if everybody could sing together, and if you could see a little surprise for you, we all wish you a very, very happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eliza. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hip! Hip hip hip! Hip hip hip!
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
These Harry Potter statues look amazing. I'm going to show Natasha the one of Hermione. Here's Ron with Scabbers with candy on the floor. Ron is making a mess of himself. And here we got Harry getting away from the bludger. Mystery minifigures. Look, we did an unboxing on the Muppets, but they got many more. They got Harry Potter, they got the Looney Tunes right there, more Harry Potter. Look at that. Oh my god, that's crazy. Folding it. Ew, Umbridge. So cool. Got some Disney characters. I see Stranger Things next to Disney, that's funny. Here we have Star Wars. And of course the Simpsons right there. A lot of Star Wars. Oh, look at little baby Groot. Baby Grogu. Q&A is going to be Billy Boyd. He has nothing to do with Jurassic Park behind me, but it's a cool background, isn't it?
You got a Beetlejuice t-shirt.
Yes.
I love it. I haven't watched that for a while. You can't say it 3 times, can you? Is that what happens? If you say Beetlejuice 3 times, he turns up. Is it? I've said it twice, I better stop saying that. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Catherine.
Hi.
I'm sure that somebody already asked you this question, but do you prefer the first or the second breakfast?
Oh, good question. First or second breakfast? I think... Oh, I was going to say second breakfast, but I think actually first.
Okay.
Because you know when you're hungry, I love it. I love when I accidentally skip dinner and then in the morning you're really hungry. I love that. I'm taking this quite seriously, this question. But then sometimes second breakfast is good as well if it's a nice like scone. I like a scone or a waffle. Thank you. But always have both your breakfasts. Very, very important. Has anybody else here got a cat called Pippin? What? You've got a cat called Legolas? Is that what you said? Your cat's called Legolas? That's quite good. I bet it's a very beautiful cat. Yeah, what? Oh, it's got green eyes. Can it see for far? Do you ever say to him, what do your elven eyes see? Do you ever say that, Legolas? Good. Anybody got a dog called Pippin? What? You've got a dog called Pippin? Have you really? A what? A Labrador called Pippin? That's my favourite thing I've ever heard. I love that. I love Labradors. I love Pippins. That's 2 of my favourite things. Well done, you, sir. You win. Wasn't even a competition.
I think I can speak for a lot of us here that Tolkien's work and Peter Jackson's trilogy has affected us and changed our lives in very meaningful ways. For example, for me, reading the books I found you could find joy and meaning in the small things in life. And I wanted to ask you, what aspect of the Lord of the Rings did you take into your life? What that really changed you as a person?
Yeah, there's quite a lot in Lord of the Rings. That's a good question, and I think you're absolutely right. What the hobbits teach us is, the small things in life. Sitting in a garden, just looking at the sky, can be as great as anything, And I sort of remember it from when I finished filming, and we were doing a lot of interviews, magazines and TV all over the world, and people would ask me, what are you doing now? And I'd maybe say, well, I've just finished vacuuming. And people are like, oh, you're not at a party, and you're like, no, because life just carries on, No matter what you're doing, life sort of carries on. And it's important to remember those small things. A garden, making a nice meal, making sure your friends are okay. Those things is what life is about. And I think Tolkien knew that, and he put that into. So even in these huge stories, it's about those small things, which is the most important, I think. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, hi, nice to meet you. I have a question from those lovely girls over there who were too shy to ask you a question.
Hello.
Hi. We all love your singing voice, and I was wondering if you would mind to sing a little piece of The Last Goodbye for us.
I'd love to, but I don't have a guitar or anything, and I kind of play that with guitar. But I'm sorry, but I would love to do that. I'll do that next time I come. We'll get a guitar organised and we'll do a full concert. I don't mind. But thank you very much for the quiz. It's close enough. Knuckle. Shoots. I've got shoots. Knuckle cook sweet shoots. Knuckle. What is it? I'm not giving up. I'm gonna get this. Come here. Gnapper. You feel like you're what do you call the guys in Star Trek? What are they called? Klingons! I kind of feel like Klingon when I speak Dutch. I went out of breath there, I get so excited, almost fainted. All I was trying to say was crispy and I almost passed out. Imagine what I'd be like in a Dutch classroom. You need to have an ambulance ready. Hello.
Hi. My question does not need a guitar, but could you sing Edge of Night?
How very dare you? Yes.
Thank you.
I'm having such a good time. I think I will. Right. Get in your seat. Sit down. Right. You've got to get serious with this, haven't you? But I'm having such a good time, I don't want to. Imagine, if you will, I'm trying to be serious and I can't hold on. Minas Tirith, Mad King, eaten very badly. Anyway. Home is behind the world ahead. And there are many paths to tread, through shadow to the edge of night, until the stars are around the light.
mist and shadow, cloud and shade, all shall fade, all shall fade.
cosplay contest or the cosplay catwalk. I was not able to film them today because they were at the same time as a Q&A session, but some of us will next event. But somebody will at the next convention. So right now we're going to meet Alfie. So right now we're going to meet Alfred, and Natasha is here as well to meet him. And here is our picture. So right now we're going to meet Alfie. So right now we're going to meet Alfred, and Natasha is here as well to meet him. And here is our picture.
Let's go.
Visitors of fact, please welcome to the stage Alfred Enoch.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you very much. Thank you, that's a very warm welcome. How are you all doing? Everyone all right? Everyone having a nice day? Yeah? Enjoying your Sunday? Very good. Thank you for coming. Thank you for turning out. Hello. Brilliant. Well, I suppose let's get to some questions and see what you all want to know. Hello.
So if you were really in Hogwarts, what would be your favorite subject and why?
If I was really in Hogwarts, what would be my favourite subject? That's difficult. Probably, I mean, the subject that just looks like it's the most fun is Defense Against the Dark Arts, isn't it? I mean, you get to sort of, that is the most exciting subject. One that always sounds really boring is History of Magic, which I found strange because I really like history, and I always liked history at school, and I'm still very interested in history, so I feel like maybe that would be better than it seems. I don't know why it's because is he called? Gosh, if I remember this, I want serious appreciation, please, because my memory is awful. Is it Professor Binns? Let me tell you, that is out of the depths of my mind. That is, I mean, I probably haven't thought of the name Professor. Because did anyone? I mean, I couldn't be in a better audience to ask this question. Did anyone play Professor Binns in the film? No. So you never get any class, you never see Professor Binns or any, right. So, I mean, that means literally I haven't And is Professor Bean sort of like referred to in the later books? I mean, probably. But even in the later ones, maybe not. So I could not have read that name, Professor Beans, for essentially, genuinely over 15 years. So I'm feeling very proud of myself. That's just me showing off. Anyway, so to shout out to Professor Beans and his History of Magic class, which I think was probably much maligned and actually secretly very good. How about you? What would your favourite class be?
Maybe charms.
Charms, that's a good one too. That is good. That's like a less intense Defense Against the Dark Arts, isn't it?
I hate history, so.
Nice. I think that's a good call. Thank you very much. Thank you for your question.
Do you think that Professor McGonagall would make a good teacher of Defense Against Dark Arts?
Okay, so I think I've done the test, or the sorting hat quiz, but before I ever did that, I think I knew I'm a Gryffindor, which I was more happy about. I mean, I see you're a Gryffindor as well, so solidarity, but I used to be more happy about that when I was younger. Now I'm like, it's a bit passé, isn't it, to be a Gryffindor, isn't it? It's not the edgiest choice. It's not even really a choice, so but anyway, I'm a Gryffindor. And do I think Professor McGonagall would be a good Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher? I think so. Yeah, why not? I think so.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the question. Hello.
Hello. It might be a bit of a random question, but what is your guilty pleasure?
What's my guilty pleasure? But the first thing I thought of when you said that was like really fancy food. To be honest, food is there's nothing guilty about liking food, to be honest, because we need it. So that's a good start. I love food, but I love all food. I really love all kinds of food. Anything from... Hello.
Hi, Alfred. If you would have to choose an object to turn into a Horcrux, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good question. An object to turn into a Horcrux. I don't know. Probably something unexpected, something a bit ordinary. Do you know what I mean? Something a bit ordinary that could.
But indestructible, though.
But what?
Indestructible. That you can't. Yeah.
Yes, but does it have to be indestructible, or does it look like? I mean, nothing's indestructible, right? But it becomes. I mean, yes. God, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just thinking like a rock or something. Do you know what I mean? That was not my first thought. I don't know. What would you choose?
Like the old school Nokia 3310 or something.
That's such a good answer. I'm not going to say anything else. That's the best. And Nokia 3310. Brilliant. There we go. Yes, I think we can all testify. And you can play Snake on it, so that would be good. I'd actually go for 3210 because I preferred Snake 1 to Snake 2. And with Snake 2, I would always. I mean, I'm sure everyone under the age of like 30 doesn't have a clue what we're talking about, unless it's become retro and cool enough that people now have 3210s, ironically, as a kind of fashion statement. I don't think we're quite there.
There's a new 3210.
There's a what?
Yeah, there's a new one.
There's a new 32, really?
There's a new Snake.
Amazing. The moment has arrived. It's incredible. I've sort of always been shocked by like retro seems to be getting closer and closer. I remember sort of when feels like retro was like 70s when I was like at school, and then like 2 years later I was at university, it was like 80s, and then like it was noughties by the time we were barely out of the noughties. I was like, what's going on? Retro's going to be the future soon. It's going to be very confusing. Yes, I'd only made the adjustment of saying a 3210 because I prefer Snake 1 to Snake 2, but that's a fantastic choice. There it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello. Yes, great question.
My question is, when you were working on the Harry Potters, did any of the cast members play any good pranks on each other?
Play good pranks? Yes, people play pranks all the time. I cannot remember them, which is, I'm sorry, it's a bit of a dull answer. But that's two things. One, that's my bad memory, which I mentioned. But the other thing is, that's because there was quite a lot of messing around. So there were quite a lot of examples. I think there was one that I'm almost not sure if I remember it happening or if I remember it being talked about, but someone had a fart machine in a great hall. Then people thought this is like out there. I remember being reminded of this and I was like, oh yeah, but now I'm like not sure if I've just heard the story so many times. I think I remember it, but I don't remember it. But so there was lots of that sort of kind of, there was lots of funny, gentle misbehaviour, which was good, but it made it a good time.
Thank you. Can I ask, what was your favorite spell or the spell you think was the funniest?
My favourite spell? I think two. Either Lumos, which is light,
yes,
or Alamora, because it's good to be able to get behind a locked door.
Yeah, that's true.
What's yours?
I think mine is Avada Kedavra.
Oh gosh. There we go. Yes, okay, good. Not necessarily what I was expecting you to say.
It sounds good in the mouth, you know? The sound is very good.
Is what? It sounds good.
Yes.
It does sound good, I'll give you that.
You go like, Avada Kedavra!
Okay, I was a little bit concerned then, but that was... And with the conviction that you brought to that, I was, as I say, even more concerned. But thank you. I think I'm going to answer another question before I go on and thank you.
Okay guys, put your hands together for Alfred Enoch!
Thank you all very, very much. I just want to say thank you again and yes, I hope you all have a lovely week and a lovely month and a lovely year and onwards.
Always welcome back in Belgium, right?
I would be delighted to, but thank you all for your generosity and your kindness.
Okay, so that was Alfred. This is going to be the end of our video. I hope you liked the video. Give a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing. And all the Q&As will be in the description down below. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.